asked how to deal with refunds and returns as a dropshipper, because obviously it's a little more complicated than if you have your own stock model and your own stock. And I have a very strong opinion about how to deal with refunds and returns. And basically, you have to differentiate these two cases. So first of all, when it comes to a return, this is something that you simply cannot offer if you dropship from China. So if someone says, this product, something was wrong with it, I want a new one, you cannot do more than, making or offering him a refund, because it makes no sense to say, okay, just send it back to Shenzhen or wherever your supplier is located. But yeah, of course you have to pay shipping. This is something that makes no sense. So returns, you always have to deal, you cannot deal with returns. So if you dropship from China to the US or wherever, just eliminate returns completely and move on to refunds. And now refunds, you can deal with refunds in many different ways. First of all, you have to keep in mind that your customer, when he bought something from you, trusted you already. So your store most likely is very small, doesn't have any social proof. Delivery times are very long. Your customer may have waited 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks for his product, and he paid money up front to you, and he really was confident with your product and with your store. And now the product arrives and something went really wrong. For example, the product may not be as described, or the delivery may have taken way longer than expected before. Maybe the product arrived broken because of the long transportation. This is something that I also experience a lot, and this can go wrong many times. So keep in mind that your customer basically trusted you when paying you, and be a little more generous when it comes to, responding to their refund inquiries and things like that. Second, when you buy something from AliExpress or Alibaba and send it directly to the customer, I think 99% of you didn't buy their products as a sample before. So you basically give your customer the role of a product tester. So you never test the listing, and you never tested the supplier. You just sell their products based on a few ratings they have and send them out to your customers. And often there are no big problems with this, but I also experienced many suppliers who sell products that are completely different than the ones in the listing. So they look completely different, or at least the colors are, way brighter or way darker, and overall the final product looks really bad, even though the listing looked good. Or maybe the features which were described in the listing are way worse in the reality, or don't even work. So if your customer says something like that, don't say that he is a scammer and he just wants to, get a refund and a product for free, because many times suppliers simply send products and produce products that are not as described. And if you don't test them up front, well, then you have to deal with the fact that the customer may not be satisfied and wants a refund. And I think the customer is right in this case. So if you don't test the products and just send them out, and the customer makes a very bad experience with it, well, you cannot do much more than offering him a refund if you don't want to get in trouble with your payment companies like PayPal and Stripe. And this is the last point in this equation. If a customer is very dissatisfied with your product and you don't offer him any refund, or you don't want to help him in any way, so if your refund policy is very strict, you basically risk your payment providers every single day, or every single refund that you get. Just like 1 or 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine who was fulfilling his own stock, so his delivery times were way shorter than if you just do pure dropshipping, he lost his PayPal account for 180 days now, just because he got too many chargebacks, even though he won them all. But just the fact that he got too many of them made PayPal suspicious, and at some point they canceled their partnership and said, okay, no, we want to cancel the partnership with you. You have to wait 180 days for your money, because if someone requests a refund, we will have to pay him with this money. And now his business basically broke down, because I think 80 or 90% of the people bought the products using PayPal. And this is a really dangerous thing. So if you are too strict with your refund policy, be aware of the fact that you are risking your payment account, especially PayPal, all the time. And especially nowadays, where I get almost daily inquiries from people telling me, oh no, my PayPal account was limited. What should I do now? I have no idea how to proceed. Yeah, well, be prepared be prepared for these things, and try to avoid these things by being a little bit more friendly and generous with your refund policy.